And I graduated I had a 5-year degree. I finished my 4-year degree in 5 years. How about that? Y'all do the math. I want to challenge all of my people, especially my adults, especially my people that got kids, families. I want to challenge y'all to dig into what that original passion was for yourselves. What was the original passion, and how can you monetize that original passion that you had? Because that's what I'm noticing, that if as soon as people figure out, okay, I'm passionate about this, and this, and they monetize it, oh, they're the happiest people in the world. They're the most givingest people in the world, and it's very few things that'll get those folk down. Welcome to the Man Lucrative Podcast. I'm the host, the one, the only Magneto 7 in the building. I'm him. Listen, we have had some fun. I actually started the pod technically because we got into a small little conversation with me and Scott over on TikTok, and he was just like, how much can producers make? And I was like, yo, I want to answer the question. I ain't want to answer during the pre-show. But anyway, we started early. If everybody missed some of this, like, y'all got to subscribe to something. You got to subscribe to something that I do, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, what else we got? Lucrative Community, you know what I mean? But anyway, this is episode 131. Episode 131. And I got some new technology. I'm technologically advanced now. So let me go ahead to the super chats first. Let me shout everybody out from the super chats. Let's see. Sandra, what's up? Big Tim, what up? Big Mike, what up? I got a little delay too. It's a little delay. I don't like that. But anyway, Eric, what up? Tommy, what up, big dog? Did I say Big Tim? If I did not say Big Tim, what's up? Hey, I want everybody to know, I'm asking Big Tim for $250,000 on the podcast live. I need a capital invest. That's what it was. A capital investor. That's what I'm aiming to become that. I'm aiming to become that for musicians. But anyway, everybody in the super chats, what's up? All right, let me go to TikTok. Let's see who's in TikTok. And I got the feed on TikTok on the computer now, so we about to have some fun. Like, we about to go crazy. I don't think I'm going to be missing comments. But I know give me a second. We got CEO J Cross, what up? Scott D962, what up? Big Nick, what up? Big Nick 4469. Listen, why y'all got numbers behind y'all names? What's the point? Why y'all got numbers behind y'all names? I want to understand that. But anyway, what's up? E-Cash out, what's up? I see you just joined. Who is Scats? Who's Scats? Anyway, what's up? Audio listener, if y'all see some of this spelling on TikTok, I'm telling you, it don't be me. I promise it don't be me. But anyway, welcome to episode 131. Listen, I've had somewhat of a come to Jesus moment, but it's like all of my come to Jesus moments in 2024 have kind of been comedic. I ain't gonna front. Some of it has been comedic and not necessarily for me. A lot of my come to Jesus moments have not been for me. But anyway, I want to first shout out everybody at, now granted, this might get a little bit vulgar, so I don't know if I need to shout them out, but Pastor Savage, what up? Savage Pastor. And Pastor Chino, what's up? I don't know if you're gonna be watching the pod, so I'm just gonna give y'all a disclaimer up front, just in case y'all are watching this pod, because y'all newly discovered this funny thing. All right, this is a funny thing, truth moment. Every time I get around people, on average, when I get around people, I don't relinquish any information about myself. I don't let people know that I got a Grammy. I don't let people know I'm a producer. For all they know, I'm just a guy. I'm Mike, the most squarest basic name. I'm just Mike, right? And then the more you get to know me, it's like an onion. Like the onion just got layers. You just peel back, and more layers, you peel it back, right? So I have withheld information for a very long time since I've been filling in at my homeboy David's church. I've been withholding information about myself. I just come and play keys and just leave. Like, I'm gonna be cordial. But I just leave. Come play, leave. Right. So we recently had a night of worship, which was pretty cool. Shouts out to everybody that was on the praise team for night of worship. Keep in mind, I'm pacing myself. I'm being cool because I know that I could go vulgar and I could go left field real quick. So I'm just chill right now, right? I'm just being chill right now. So we had a night of worship, and that was the dopest situation for a few reasons. Now, the come to Jesus moments that I had. This is the come to Jesus moment that I had. What up, Jess? What's up? One of the come to Jesus moments I had was I realized I was actually 40 years old again. I was like, why am I tired? Like, I practiced, right? Practice, shot the podcast, did coaching calls. My regular schedule, I just do this stuff consistently, right? But then you add a few little variables, right? The few little variables was, right, well, you need to go, you got to gas up, you got to go drive out to the spot. You're going to play. You're going to be there for a few hours. Once you play and be there for a few hours, you got to go back home, get a nap or so, and then go back to church in the morning and play again. I realized how much it was taxing. Yo, Big Mike, don't start laughing. This ain't time to laugh yet, dog. Do not laugh at nothing that I got to say right now. I'm literally just telling y'all my come to Jesus moments. These are small come to Jesus moments. I was like, so what is this going to look like when I'm 45, 50 years old? Like, and then my brain started going down like, wow, I got to do something different. Is it less wine? What is it? I gotta figure out some things to change up to make it to make aging gracefully a thing for me. CEO said 45 to 50 now. See, dog, bruh, that it just hit different. And that was one thing. My energy levels wasn't like it normally is. At 30? At 30? I'm playing all night. I go to play at church on Sunday, go to the club on Saturday night, do all this gig on Friday. I was just going hard, right? 40, I'm like, I just want to go home. I just don't ask me no questions. When I get home, I just want silence, peace and quiet. And another thing, all right, so that's one part. One come to Jesus moment. The other come to Jesus moment was I realized all of the trash that we are constantly sold as adults. As adults, we are sold that, and this toboggan probably will come off, I ain't gonna front. I tried to be like hood. I tried to be hood for a little bit. Now I'm starting to get hot. I'm like, woo, sweet baby Jesus. This all black ain't gonna work out for me. But getting hot for real. But one of my other come to Jesus moments was all of the BS that we have been sold as adults. One thing I noticed, right? When you're a kid and you're going through school, what they say, make sure you get an education so you can go get a good job. So, all right, cool. I'm going to go get an education, go get a good job. All right, boom, right? Watch this. We sold these folk 13. Now, okay, granted, we might have to have first kindergarten through fifth, maybe sixth grade. We need that. Kindergarten through sixth grade, we kind of need that, right? When you start getting into biology, calculus, certain social study thing, do we really need school for this stuff? So I was just like, how did I sell? Because keep in mind, I went to college after school. And I graduated I had a 5-year degree. I finished my 4-year degree in 5 years. How about that? Y'all do the math. I said it again. I finished my 4-year degree in 5 years. No big deal. I finished though. Shouts out to that Spanish teacher. She knows who she is. Death upon you. All right, not death. But this is the thing. All right. We sell all of these years, right? And I say sell because, no, not even sell. We buy all of those years especially if you got student loans. Yo, that's a whole nother conversation. All right, I'm not gonna go there. All right, my adult ADHD about to go all the way over there. Like, oh, we're gonna talk about this today. Nah, not that. All right, so that was one thing. And I said the crazy thing is now being 40 years old, I'm digging back into the passion that I originally had from high school, and I'm gonna say even middle school maybe. Like motivating people, getting people to see the best in themselves. Like I've always been that type of guy. But I bought the idea that I had to sell my time for money. I bought the idea for what, 28 to 39, 40. So I was just like, yo, we got to figure this out. And this is just, like I said, this is just come to Jesus moments. So I want to challenge all of my people, especially my adults, especially my people that got kids, families. I want to challenge y'all to dig into what that original passion was for yourselves. What was the original passion, and how can you monetize that original passion that you had? Because that's what I'm noticing, that if as soon as people figure out, okay, I'm passionate about this, and this, and they monetize it, oh, they're the happiest people in the world. They're the most givingest people in the world. And it's very few things that'll get those folk down. But yo, all right. So was that it? I had more stuff to talk about, but I don't want it to run over into like 2 hours. Last week we had some fun. I felt good. Also, all right, last thing before we start the show. Shouts out to Joey Wellness. Do y'all know who Joey Wellness is? Everybody in the super chats, I know y'all like, this dude got everything going on this morning. Let me see. I'm going to read that in a minute to CEO J Cross. I just saw it come up on the feed. All right, so Joey Wellness is a guy that's on Instagram. Joey Wellness has been posting. Yo, the funny thing is, the way I feel about Joey Wellness is how I feel about trap music and how I feel about the things we know we should know to have like healthier lives, but it's like, I still want this hood music. Also, before we start the full show, last night's music review was fun. We're gonna adopt this term. in 2024, and I want everybody to go just take it and run with it. Just make it a thing, right? The term is Tim. Yep, I got smoke. The term is poverty-induced music. Poverty-induced music. All right, I'll break it down. So any music that just makes you want to go eat some wings, or like some hot chips, or like some the pickles at the convenience store. Or any music that make you want to go get a blunt, just poverty-induced music. Any music that makes you want to go buy a Lamborghini, even though you can only afford a Honda Accord, like Kanye said back in the day. That is poverty-induced music. Let's adopt that this year, all right? I think we got it. Angela says, not poverty-induced music. Yes. Because this is the thing. I was listening to the artist last night, right, during the music review. And the funny thing is, it always happens. It never fails. I can repeat this same conversation for the next 20 years. That's why I call myself like the musical Dave Ramsey. People will forever do something stupid with their money. So there will always be a place for Dave Ramsey to give his content. It's going to always exist. Just like I know it's going to always be somebody that want to go record some poverty-induced music and say, hey, man, I got a hit. I got a banger. Another thing, and I might do the challenge. My wife told me that I should do the challenge from a producer standpoint, but Of course, those of course videos. Of course, I'm a so and so. I might do one of them. I might do it. I just got to figure out how I'm actually gonna phrase it and all that stuff. But anyway, yeah, poverty induced music. No more poverty induced music for 2024. Watch, it's gonna be 1,000 poverty induced songs. Poverty induced babies. Poverty induced bank accounts. All right. We got to get to it. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is my friend over here. Shouts out to the single parent mothers that's doing their thing, that's trying to raise these boys. I commend you. So the thing is, we're gonna listen to this, and we're gonna talk about it. We got a lot to talk about too. So y'all please shut it live. We're gonna have some fun. But listen to this, and we're gonna talk. Let's see where we at. There we go.
Yeah, I am so irritated right now. My son sit up here and literally took $2,000 off my fucking credit card. That's my rent money. That's everything. Everything. He gotta go. I just put him out. He's 16. I already done sit there and told him. I really feel like calling the fucking police. That's why I came live, so I can calm down. I really just feel like calling the police at this moment. You really took some money off my card to go sit up there and do some shit for a little ass girl? Y'all, I am so mad right now, man.
All right. So did y'all hear what just happened? Yo, Angela, I know. Hey, Mike, I already see what you said. Did y'all hear what she just said? CEO said, "Oh boy, okay." And I'm looking at the chat too on the computer. Shouts out to Chucky Ellis, man. Come on, man. What's up? So Chucky, the music reviews are on Mondays and Wednesday nights. I hope that you go ahead and pay. You saw last night the line get real long. And you see how I give it up for my music reviews. My music reviews ain't slop like some of these other bums out here. All of these bums out here that's doing music reviews. Stop it. Come sit at the foot of a genuine king. Come on. It's just having fun. I'm just having fun. So if y'all did not hear, this lady is a single parent mother. I'm assuming she's a single parent mother, because if it was a dad in this situation, this wouldn't have went down like this. But mother breaks down in tears after discovering her 16-year-old son stole $2,000 off her credit card to buy Fashion Nova, Shein. Is it Shein or Shein? Shein? Shein or Shein? Shein for his girlfriend. That was their rent money. Hold up. I got questions. Yo, it never fails. Okay. All right. I am getting hot. Okay, I'm sorry. I said I was gonna try it. I'm not that gangster. All right. Yeah. Y'all won. Everybody in the super chats, y'all won. I could not hold the hat. I cannot. That was hot. I felt gangster for a little bit though. I actually felt like I was like, oh, I'm hoodies and Tim's gangster. I'm gonna go out here and get somebody. No, I couldn't do it though. It's hot. So I got questions. This is the first question I got for her. If your son stole $2,000 off your credit card, okay, that's one thing. That's one variable. Because you didn't necessarily steal it. You just used it. You used $2,000 off of it. See, I'm very specific. Like, don't just post. Shade Room does a really good job of headlines and getting people to click on stuff. But after I click on something and I listen to the story and I read it, no, you didn't steal $2,000. You just used it. You used it because you gotta pay it back. If she don't pay the $2,000 back, then it's gonna go to a creditor. Then the creditor's gonna pick it up and it's gonna go to a lawyer, and the lawyer's gonna have to countersuit you. You're gonna have to pay it some way. So if you gotta pay it back, to a credit card company. He didn't steal it. He just used it. Tim, don't laugh at me, dog. That's the first variable. If the 16-year-old son got $2,000 off of a credit card, I'm gonna say it one more time. This is the last time I'm gonna say it. If he took CEO J. Cross said he borrowed it. Exactly. Okay, all right. So if the son took $2,000 off a credit card, he borrowed that. He didn't steal it. He just used it, right? That's one. It was a quick loan. You gotta stop, dog. You gotta stop. Right. So the other side of this is, why are you using a credit card to pay your rent and your utilities with a credit card? Is it just me? Or it's a little bit different? It's a little bit different. See, I'm on one this morning. Yo, I just can't see it. So I want her to stop. And then the third variable of this whole situation. How do people cry on camera? Like, how do you? Yo, I want an actor. I want somebody that's been finessing the system, like that just know how to use social media, like those GoFundMe pros. Like, yo, the GoFundMe pros be killing it. They be out here like, yo, man, like, I got burnt yesterday. $30,000. Oh man, I had to go to the hospital. This is $25,000. How do you cry on camera? Can somebody teach me how to do this? I need that $250. I need that. Can y'all show me how to cry on camera? Cause I guarantee you, it's not funny, but it is. I guarantee you, since she posted this video saying that the son stole $2,000 from her credit card, I guarantee you a GoFundMe is coming. I smell it. It's like, ooh, what's that in the air? Smells like GoFundMe. Hold on, I'm gonna read the super chats right quick. Tammy says a GoFundMe pro. Yes, she is a GoFundMe pro. And it's a few people. It's the funny thing is this. All right, this is one, and we gonna get back to the pod. But y'all know I got stories. I got stories for days. So it's a particular artist is down here in Georgia that my wife and I know. It's a mutual person. I'm not gonna say if it's a male or a female, right? I'm not gonna say if it's a they or a them or none of that stuff. I'm gonna just say it's an artist. So artist is down here in Georgia, and every time something comes up, it's basic stuff like bare necessities. Bare, like phone bill, right? Bare necessity. Every time something comes up, this particular artist says, man, shoot, I got to start a GoFundMe. So this mug. Oh, hold on. Hold on. This mug starts a GoFundMe for life. It's like, man, I really could stand some Roof Chris today. Let me start a GoFundMe account right quick. You know what? I'm late on my power bill. Let me start me a GoFundMe right quick. All my GoFundMe pros, y'all need to stop it. Stop it. Stop crying on camera. Stop renting the hospital. I know, CEO, they dirty too. They be renting the hospital beds. Not hospital beds, like the brace joints. And be like, I broke my arm. GoFundMe. But yeah, this mom, but on a serious note, she need to figure out how to get that son on some act right. Because any little boy, now, if he been finessing everybody else and everybody else is tapped out, now he got to go home and finesse. Mama is the last person he need to finesse because he done finessed everybody else. But I bet you, well, I'm not going to say that. I don't want nobody to go to prison. I'm not an advocate of nobody going to jail, but I do think that she needs to get some type of male figure in that household to help pull him in. Cause right now he doing too much. He doing way too much. Let me see what CEO J Cross. I see what he. Yo, the chat going dumb on TikTok. Let me see. Man, I'm gonna shout some of these folk out. What's up, Gary? CEO J Cross still here hanging with me. And that's all I see. That's all I see. I see people it be like join, whatever. But anyway, welcome to the pod. Yeah, she got to stop it. She needs a male figure in that household. Anybody got something in the super chats before I go to the next question? I mean, the next topic. Y'all got something in the super chat before we go to the next topic? Man. Say that GoFundMe pro about took you out of here. GoFundMe pros are everywhere. Coming to a neighborhood near you. You know what I mean? All right. So we got some serious stuff to start talking about. While I pull this next clip up, let me talk about this one thing, right? And all of my white followers, all of my Chinese followers, whatever, everybody that's not black, don't take offense to what I'm about to say. But it's just something that I've noticed. How many of us love Justin Timberlake? I know I love Justin Timberlake. Do y'all love Justin Timberlake? Yeah. We all love him. We love him. I want Justin Timberlake to stop clout chasing. There it is. I said it. I want Justin to stop clout chasing. I want him to stop trying to use his black card. We already gave him we've given him a lifetime membership. Black folk have adopted Justin Timberlake. Hold on. Why is it? I'm gonna answer some of these calls at some point. I'm gonna answer some of these calls. Say, I'm on a podcast. What's your name? But I want him to use his black card tastefully, because I know y'all might slander me for what I'm about to say. But when it comes to the Tobin guy, which is Tobin? That's his name, right? Tobin. What's his name? I know y'all know his name. What's his name? And I'll wait for y'all to put it in the super chat, because I'm not trying to be disrespectful with what I'm about to say. Because I was talking about Justin Timberlake doing a feature with him, and then this song that they put out. Keep in mind, I've been doing music reviews, and it's a lot of people that's just submitting that fire. When I do music reviews, it be a lot of people in the chat submitting fire. So when I think of a Justin Timberlake, I'm like, oh, you about to do something with Timberland? That joint is gonna be epic, right? We ain't bringing sexy bad. Yep. Yep. Give me that Justin Timberlake. It's like ever since he went to be the man in the woods, we have not had Justin no more. He has been, I don't know, Jacob Timberlake. He has not been Justin. Y'all know Justin is like that swing shift black name. He go black, or he be white, he be Mexican, he can be anything. He's Justin. What up, King? What up? I'm good. So this is my thing, and we're gonna go to the next thing. I don't know that I like that record. I feel like that record that they put out is mid, and I'm not the only one. I'm not gonna put the other persons or people in this conversation. I'm just talking about me, because I'm not the only one that think that song is some mid. Like the song with Toby, and then I think, all right, I know Toby's he's gonna be one of those people that's just gonna work with everybody, right? He's still on the come up to stardom, and he's getting the bag off of it. I'm not mad at that. That's cool. But all right, y'all in the chat, in on TikTok and on the super chats, y'all name me one Toby record. Name me one Tobin record that's fire that y'all can just sing. Y'all sing that junk while y'all go to work. Name it. Toby Ningwa. I think Nwigwe. The big diesel wrestling looking black dude from Texas. Name me one record that he got. And if you can't name me one record, that's exactly why I say Justin is he's skating thin. Like he trying to use his black his black membership rewards. Like at some point we gonna be like, I see what you're doing there. You're trying to use him to get the clout with the new black folk to keep your fan base going. You don't have to do that. We already rock with Justin Timberlake. That song is submitted. Y'all got to come better than that. I'm sorry. And if this gets clipped up, fine. It'll get clipped up, posted, all that stuff. Content, infinite content. That's me. I'm Mr. Infinite Content King. You know what I mean? See, yeah, y'all can't name me one record. Everybody in the chat on everybody in the chat on YouTube is saying, "Who is that?" That's my point. That's my point. Hey, Justin, go do another song with Jay-Z. Go do another song with Jay-Z. I'll do another song with 50. I'll do a song with somebody else like Holy Grail. I want to do the Justin Timberlake bounce. Can we? I want Justin Timberlake to do another song that I can do the Backstreet Boys NSYNC bounce. Give me one of them. Leave. And Toby, I'm not saying that Toby is making poverty-induced music. I'm not saying that, but it's just, I don't know. All right, so next up, we got to talk about Texas. Y'all know we got to talk about a little bit of current events. We got to talk about the money when it comes to the musicians, and we got to talk about some of the stuff that's going on in the streets. And let me see what King. I am King Bo on TikTok. What's up? He says, I sent one of my songs to you. Okay, cool. If you want it on tomorrow's music review, I'm letting you know, if you want your music on tomorrow's music review, please go ahead and pay the 10-piece. The line gets long. I don't just do music reviews. I give up gems. I really give up gems. I don't just do music reviews and just have you go on by your mighty way. Like, I do stuff. I'm cooling it, brother. All right, cool. All right, so let's see. Y'all listen to this, and we got to talk about it. What are we doing with the government? Can somebody, agent? No. You know what? No, we don't want no agents to come over here. Stay where you're at. But respond on the wall. Let's leave it on social media. Don't come to the house. But y'all listen to this, and let's talk. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Did it get switched up?
Boy, watch it.
All right, this is one clip. This is the first clip. This is the first clip. I wanted to post this, and I wanted to talk about this because this is an immigrant talking to some of the black citizens of Chicago. And I'm not going to get racy. I just want to point out certain things that we should just think about. Like, this might not be too good. All right, I want to play this, and we got a few clips, and we're going to talk. All right, here we go. Again, this is an immigrant talking to a black person in Chicago. I'm assuming somebody that's lived in Chicago for the longest. Check it out. He says, no more money for you. He says, bye-bye. She says, go back across the border. He's pointing. He says, no more money to you. He says, you lazy. You lazy. He says, you lazy. All right. So that was a guy from Mexico. I'm assuming he's from Mexico. Says, he's pointing at a black guy, says, you lazy. No more money for you. That's what he's saying. That's what he said, right? All right. Next, same thing, and I'm gonna break all of these down because we gotta talk. We gotta really talk about what's going on. Check this out.
Ruling that agents can remove razor wire installed by Texas authorities. The Biden administration had argued it was dangerous and inhumane. Terry Moran has covered the court for years for us.
Tonight, a narrowly divided Supreme Court delivering a victory for the Biden administration, clearing the way for federal agents to remove razor wire fencing installed by Texas along 29 miles of the southern border. In a 5-4 vote, the justices overturned an appeals court ruling that had blocked federal agents from removing the wire. The Biden administration had argued that the razor wire prohibited federal agents from carrying out their duties under immigration law, and that it's the federal government, not the states, that has primary responsibility under the Constitution for border enforcement. But lawyers for the state of Texas had argued that the wire, which had been installed on the orders of Texas Governor Greg Abbott, had been strategically positioned for the purpose of securing the border and stemming the flow of illegal migration, and accused federal agents.
All right, so y'all heard that. Y'all heard that? This is the rest of it. Listen, we got infinite content for days, but check it out. Just listen.
Illegally crossed the Rio Grande. ABC News was on the ground in September as Customs and Border Protection agents lifted or removed the wire as migrants arrived on the Texas side of the Rio Grande. Administration officials and immigration advocates
All right, hold on. My bad.
have called the wire dangerous and inhumane. These graphic photos obtained by ABC News show some of the injuries caused by the wire, some requiring medical treatment. While the court's order today did not elaborate on the decision, 4 justices, Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, Neil Gorsuch, and Brett Kavanaugh, voted to side with Texas and deny the Biden administration's request. Today's ruling is...
All right, so I know Tim is burning up. Okay. All right. The chat is going dumb. YouTube is going dumb. Let me see what TikTok doing over here. They literally rotating the razors. All right. Jones said you sent one. Jones, before tomorrow night, make sure you pay the 10-piece. The line gets long. And when I start my lives, people are like, Nito, I got you, big dog. I got your next hit. That's in my brain. That's how everybody that comes to the music reviews. So look, this is the thing. Go look at my wall. I want Jones to go look at my wall. Go look at just Google me. And I'm not being funny. Just Google me and do some research on who I am. And then you'll say, oh, just $10? That's all it is? I promise you. Just Google me and you'll see. You'll be like, oh, okay. Here a real one. And there might be some people in the chat that know what's what. I start my music reviews at 10 o'clock on Mondays and Wednesdays. And I normally plan to go from 10 to 12. But I always go over. Because what I do, when I do my music reviews, and I do this every pod. So all my audio listeners, my apologies. I'm really talking to the people on TikTok right now. But when I do my music reviews, I listen to the music. I help you figure out the soundscape. If you got some issues with the mixing, I'm going to let you know what that is. If you got issues with how you phrase certain things to build a hook, and I want you to have the strongest hook possible, then that's one of the things. What's another thing? I go through your social media page, and I help you figure out what you need to post, how you need to get your followers up. I also help you figure out how you can try to start getting some money off your art. I do all of this stuff in a music review. That's what my music reviews look like. That's why I be calling all these other people that do music reviews bums. I be calling them bums because they don't be giving y'all no value. The other people, which I respect everybody. I respect everybody on TikTok, whatever social media platform you do your music reviews, I respect you. But we are not the same. I am a Grammy Award winning, platinum and gold selling, Billboard winning music producer that's been in this joint since 08, 07. Hello. True story. So when I asked for the 10-piece, just pay the 10-piece. Honestly, I started doing music reviews last year and it was just $5 because I didn't care like for nobody to pay for nothing. The only reason I started getting people to pay for their music reviews is, for one, my coaching calls is $1,800 for an hour. That's one. All right. For musicians, it's $500, but for like businesses, it's $1,800 for an hour. But I love music. I love independent artists. So I said, you know what? So I can make sure that when people submit their music, they stay in the chat and everybody got a chance to be heard. Give me $5. Because if you pay me $5, I know you're going to stay in the chat. I know you're going to be respectful to the next person. And you're going to wait. You're going to wait it out. You're going to make sure that everybody has a chance to be heard. That's why I started charging for it. But then I noticed people were starting to level up. And I'm just like, okay, well, cool. Like the true story. And I'm going to get back to this. Everybody on the super chats. I promise you I'm going to get back to it. But I got to talk to TikTok right quick. When the first time I started with the $5 music reviews, right? Somebody sent me a whole EP worth of music. And it sent $25. And I was like, all right, yo, can you listen to my music? And for me, that's not respectful to the chat. That's not, for me, just to sit and listen to somebody's music the whole time, that's not being respectful to the chat. So what I started doing, like I said, I marked it up. And honestly, when you come to the live, if you wait and pay when I go live, it's $15. But people know, like, ask about me. I'm a real one. Also, I almost forgot. If you do, say for instance, you know you want music reviews and you're serious about your art, you're serious about your craft, I have something that I started called the Lucrative Community. It said no lies told. Thank you. You know, so you've come to my music review before. You know who I am. So I started something called the Lucrative Community. The Lucrative Community is $20 a month. It's $20 a month, but I'm reviewing 8 songs from you every month. I'm doing a coaching call with you every Sunday night on Zoom, not social media. This is just Zoom, private community, and we talk about money. We talking about how to get to the money. I'm helping you strategize your career every week. I started, like I said, it's only $20 right now. But just like the $5 music reviews, I'm not gonna charge $20 forever. Now, everybody, I said for my first 100 members, it's gonna be $20 for them. But everybody after the 100 members, I don't know what I'm gonna charge at that point because we will be rolling. So yeah, just consider it. All right, so I think this is crazy with the barbed wire at Texas. And I do feel like it's inhumane. My only question is this. This is my only question. And you say I need to get that. It's in my bio. Mr. Johnson, the link is in my bio if you want to join the Lucrative Community. But my thing is this. Is something supposed to be humane when you're trying to keep, like, somebody out of something? I got questions. Case in point, right? And I love this example. I love using this example for any woman that says they don't need a man. I like this example for that. Anybody that says something is inhumane when it comes to protecting and all that stuff, right? I like to use this example, this exact example. If you are asleep at night, right, and say you're in a newly gentrified neighborhood like I am. You're in a newly gentrified neighborhood, so you got half hood, just a little bit of hood, but then there's a lot of, folk walking their dogs, jogging. Hey, Mike, how you doing? How's the garden going? How's the chickens, right? That's my neighborhood, right? That's my neighborhood right now. And you hear a bump, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Boom. What's your first option? What is the first thing that you're going to think to do? You're going to just sit there and chill? You're like, oh, what's up? Welcome. Welcome in. Come in. You want a sandwich? What is the first thing that y'all going to think about? In the middle of the night, you hear a boom. You say, oh, whoa. What's that? Only good chicken. Nah, man. Nah, I love my chickens, man. Well, we ain't got no chickens no more, but we had chickens in the back that gave us eggs. Superb. Organic. We had our own egg. It was cool. But answer me that question. Everybody in both chats on TikTok and on YouTube, answer me that question. In the middle of the night, you sleep, you hear a bump, boom. What's the first thing you're going to think to do? I guarantee you your first option won't be, hey, come in. You want to just come in? Come sit down. What you need? Oh, yeah, I got this Rolex. You can have this Rolex. You want the keys to my car? Let you have the car. What you want? Want a sandwich? Or will you be trying to protect your situations? Will you be trying to protect your house? Will you be trying to protect what you got going on? That's what I think of every time I hear somebody say, it needs to be humane. We got to treat the people as human. We got to. No. I sound like a Republican now. I know I sound like a Republican right now. I don't get it. Why are we so welcoming right now? And now this is another thing. This is another option. Are we so welcoming because we know the other parts of the world is gearing up to come handle us? Is that why we're so welcoming right now? Because we're at an all-time low for people that want to get into the reserves, want to get into the Army, want to get into the Marines. Is that why we're allowing all of these other people to come into the U.S.? Now, if that's what the goal is, I can possibly get with that. But then my question would be, if we have all of these people that we've given citizenship to in the U.S., and let's say all hell breaks loose, right? All hell breaks loose, and we got to say, hey, they're coming in. What we going to do? All right? Everybody gearing up. And then they say, guess what? We just here to get yo. I almost cuss. We here to get yo A. That's what I be thinking about. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that feels like this? Because I think it's I don't know. Let me see what y'all got in the super chat. I want to see what y'all responses are. I'm really curious. Do y'all think we should just leave the border open for everybody to just come by, kumbaya? Like, what do we think? And then the other side of that is, that's why I played that first clip with the Mexican saying, you lose, no more money for you. No more money for you. I love when Mexican people get spicy because it's hilarious. I love it. But for him to be pointing at the dude in Chicago, or the lady that's in Chicago, said, no more money for you. This is one of the things I think about. I have a weird brain. I have the super weird brain. I'm not going to leave my front door open. Thank you. Hold on, man. Toby need a freaking... Let me give Toby a freaking clap for that. Because who would leave their door just wide open and say, hey, come sit Indian style on the front room. Get you a sandwich. Get comfortable. What you want to watch? We got you. We got Hulu. We got Netflix. What you want to watch? I ain't going to get into that bad because it's going to sound mad racist. But we're in a weird space, y'all. We are in a weird space. And I don't think that everybody is really paying attention. No, I think it's funny, right? And this goes to this probably 2 episodes ago. This is episode 130, so it's episode 28. I posted that episode on YouTube. Y'all know I go for an hour. Appreciate the follow, Toby. Appreciate that. But I go for an hour episode. I go in, right? I uploaded that episode to YouTube. YouTube said, misinformation. I said, how is it misinformation? I just reposted something that somebody else... Well, you know what? That's misinformation. We can't allow you to promote that. You can't make no money off of this. For me, that's a way to silence all of the people that got a brain. Because right now, social media is promoting the 10-man brain. Oh, can you think for yourself? No, I can't think. Good. Here's a platform. Do you have some thought-provoking information? Yeah. What kind of thought-provoking information? I just want to talk about the war, and I want to talk about how all of these things are just fake things, and these are... You know what? Go on the struggle bus. We need somebody else. I feel like that's what we got going on right now. Everybody that has a brain we're gonna get to the point where people like us are gonna get silenced. And I want to know, what is our plan to get the information out? And what is our plan to continue to build the fan base? Because something else I noticed, I have a friend of mine that's in, I'm not going to say the area. I almost said it. I'm not going to say it. I have a friend of mine that's in the Midwest area. And he wants to do some type of content with me. He want to put a big bag behind what I got going on, right? My issue is the things that he wants to promote on the medium, the podcast, the content that I post on social media, the things that he wants to put money behind is not thought-provoking information, and it will not move the needle forward when it comes to being an American, when it comes to being black, when it comes to building relationships with people outside of your races. Like, and I'm saying outside of your race that's in America. I gotta make sure I put that in there because we just talked about, everybody coming over here. But my issue is if I don't do a joint venture with a person like him, they got a big bag. I'm talking about big bag, like a bag that I'm not willing to put that type of bag behind this type of thing just yet, because I know what comes along with it. I know what comes along with it. But anyway, for people like me that don't want to do that type of content, he'll be like, all right, well, cool, shoot. If y'all want to do the content, I'm going to just go spend my money over here. But everybody just want to sell weed. They want to sell weed. You want to make some content, and guess what? It's going to blow up. It's going to be the biggest thing since sliced bread because everybody has been conditioned to have the same dumb mentality. That's one of my concerns. Everybody that don't need a voice is going to have the loudest voice ever. And what is that going to look like in 2030? What is that going to look like in 2040 when all of the people like a Oprah or like a Joe Rogan or the people that have voices, like they have loud voices, when those people retire, who is going to be next up? I would like to consider myself to be one of the people that's next up. But if we got all of the market being flooded by dumb content and everybody's like, poverty inducer. Let me get some of this. Let me get some of this poverty food. Poverty-induced foods. I might have a T-shirt that say, "I am not a poverty inducer." No poverty here. All right, I'm gonna read the super chats for a second, and we about to get out of here. We definitely about to get out of here. But I want y'all take on that though. Honestly, should we be humane with how we protect the border? I want y'all to answer me that question. Should we be humane with how we protect the border? Because I almost guarantee you, when we go over there, when we go to the other places, I guarantee you they won't be humane when we let the American go over there and say, hey man, you know what? I'm gonna just walk over here, right? I'm gonna just walk over there. I'm gonna go to the house. German's gonna be like, you gonna do what? No. You in prison. Now. This is gonna be on the news. American locked up in Germany because he tried to walk over the border. Think about this stuff, yo. Think about it. So what are we doing? What are we actually doing over here? And I know every pod is starting to get deeper and deeper into some Republican bag. I know. I can't help it. I like to be able to pay my bills. I like to be able to have savings accounts. I like the idea of assets and something to leave to my kids. Just responsible stuff. I like that stuff. And if that means that I'm a Republican, it is what it is. But I'm not the Kanye West type of Republican. I'm not that. Let's see. I'm reading the chats on TikTok. Mr. Johnson Boom. What's up, Mr. Johnson Boom? I ain't never seen you in the chat, but welcome. You said protect at all costs and consequences. Consequences should hurt. Every time that I've done something, literally, if Big Jesus didn't protect me himself, Big Jesus say, hey, boy, what is you doing? I say, I don't know, Big Jesus. I just want to do this again. He said, all right, go ahead. I do it. Hey, car, gone. Big Jesus say, you learned your lesson? I be like, I think I learned my lesson, Big Jesus. Guess what? I didn't learn the lesson. Another car gone. Big Jesus say, please, son, have you learned your lesson yet? I say, no, I haven't learned my lesson. I think I learned my lesson, but not yet. Big Jesus say, guess what? I'm going to take your condo. Took your condo. Foreclosure. I said, golly. Big Jesus say again, son, have you learned your lesson this time? I said, Big Jesus, you know what? I think I learned my lesson this time. He said, good. Good. Big Jesus be coming down like smack. I just told him on the last part, I told him Jesus' hand like the size of Texas. But that's honestly how I feel though. Like there should be consequences to some things. There should be recourse of action. There should be protocol. There shouldn't just be a open border to just do anything that you want to do. Honestly, all right. Again, my conspiracy back, and we're about to end on the super chats because I feel it. I feel it coming, and I can't do it today. I'm not doing it today. But everybody that's new to my super chat, everybody that's new to TikTok, I joke about it, but I be serious. When it comes to conspiracy theories, my conspiracy theory bag that I talk about, like what I'm comfortable talking about, is like from here down, like mid-level conspiracy, somewhere around the aliens. Somewhere around aliens and JFK and, not too much 9/11 because they get up. That's the conspiracy up. I don't want to talk about that. Conspiracy down is what I talk about. Aliens, little small stuff. The misdemeanor conspiracies. Them federal conspiracies? No. Please don't ask me, and don't ask me for no examples of what a federal conspiracy is, because the federal conspiracies, that's the ones that you talk about on the podcast is small, and then they come knock on your door and say, "What did you mean by this?" Those, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You can have it. You got it, dog. You got it. Let's see. I'm going to the super chats. Speaking of consequences, did you see about what happened in Alabama? What happened in Alabama? Send me a link to it right quick. I don't know what happened in Alabama. If you send me a link, I'll talk about it. All right. So do y'all think we should remove the barbed wire from the border? What's the consensus? I want to know what the chat's looking like. What y'all think? Should we remove the barbed wire from the border? If you ask me, I'm gonna say you need to put more up. Because whatever. Again, conspiracy down. I'm not going. Let's see. Toby says, we as citizens get molested coming. Oh, shoot. Toby, certain code words will get me banned on TikTok, and I can't get banned. Not right now. TikTok takes care of me. Thank you, TikTok. That conversation is like a lucrative community private conversation. Code words, all the acronyms. I got a conspiracy down. All the super chat said, indeed, we should put more barbed wire up. And why did they take the fence? Are you talking about the Trump wall? That's another code word. TikTok don't like me to say Trump. Are you talking about the wall though? Are you talking about the Trump wall? I'm gonna let that live on the super chat. I'm not even gonna. So y'all, but y'all do agree we should have the wire up. Y'all do agree that we should have some type of protection around the border. That's what y'all are saying. Indeed. All right. We got an indeed. We got a for show. Bro, so what are we supposed to do when I ain't talking about that either. Super chat be giving me some gems. I cannot. This is the thing. Let's say this. If we took out all of our protection from the borders, if we took away everything. Hold up. I just saw, is that Cheryl? Hey, Cheryl. Hey, lady. What's up? I got something new going on, so I can see the chat on the computer now. I can see the chat on the computer, and I can see y'all right there. How about that? But I think we are all frustrated with where we are with the money, right? I just made a joke on the last pod about how we are looking with the economics and how we are letting anybody manage the finances when it comes to the government. I feel like everybody's just getting in. Everybody get a ride. Like, it's a commercial that was down here in Atlanta, and it might be in y'all city. I don't know where y'all tuning in from, but it might be in your city too. It's a commercial down here for a used car lot. And the saying for the used car lot was, everybody rides, everybody rides, everybody rides, everybody rides. That's how I feel like what's going on with the government. You get a ride, you get a ride. You want some money? You get a ride. Everybody, like, we just giving it up. But guess what? Nobody is. All right. I'm going to go there. I got to go there. All right. I feel like so many of us black people have been brainwashed to think, I'm going to say to think that everything that the Democrats do is beneficial to our community. What I always say is do the research. I challenge people to do the research. I got some old school black players that just they've been out here in the streets doing their thing for years, right? And I always just challenge conversation. I like to challenge people to think. See, TikTok just put something right here on the scene. I'm saying they always do it. It says learn more about the U.S. election right here. I'm not even talking about the election. I'm just saying I want to challenge people to think. When it comes to decisions and when it comes to, they always be watching. That's just the real feds. It's the real feds. But I want to challenge people to think, like, what are we voting for one? The people that are elevated into the space of being votable. Is that a word? Votable? Or electorable. Like, those people, do some research on their backgrounds. Do some research on certain policies that they introduced to a certain system. And then see how that system affected certain communities. If that system affected that community in a bad way, what do you think it's going to be when they level up again to a higher position? They're just going to be like, oh, y'all didn't know. I've been locked all these niggas up. I locked these niggas up in the 80s. But you still, I got you. Good job. Good job. Hassan, good job. Thank you for voting for me. If we don't change the roles, Toby, the younger generation don't have no chance. Cause this is the thing. When I had my 9 to 5, and I'm about to end it in. Oh God, super chat going dumb. I'm gonna read a few of these. I don't know I'm gonna get a chance to get all of them, but I'm gonna read a few of these. All right, so my apologies. Yeah, my apologies. Sheesh. But when I had my 9 to 5, it was a younger guy that I worked with. It's him and his wife. And watch this. They wasn't even black. They were white. Just listen to the conversation, though. Listen to the conversation. It's a white couple, right? And every time he comes to work, he's telling me about how they doing black people wrong. They doing the black people wrong. I can't believe that you guys ain't you ain't upset about this. So it's like, how are you more upset than me and I'm black? Where they do that at? Where did they do that at? So he coming to work every morning, mad, come up to work, he like this. Man, this is just crazy. It's just racist. They're just racist. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I was like, okay. Break down to me how this applies to you. Man, I don't know. I only got $30,000 saved. I'm just like, you only got $30,000 saved. Okay, go ahead. Keep going. Keep going. And it's just amazing to me that the government just keeps doing this over and over. And I'm like, where have you been at? This is what it's always been. Have you heard of a thing called slavery? Keep Get out of here. Have you ever heard of cotton fields? So you thought it was just good treatment. I mean, you know what I mean, bro. You know what I mean. I was like, don't be mad about certain things and put on as if you're a part of the conversation when the real conversation is what certain politicians are doing when it comes to certain communities. And the politicians that you voted for are the ones that's doing it. Cause I ain't gonna front. I was like, I would always come into the office and be like, yo, Trump was fire. I love Trump, right? Partly because some of it I do believe. Trump was fire for like businesses. We were popping. Like that mug had us quaked up, right? But then when it came to what's put out in media, what was put out in the media was how much bad stuff he was saying about black people, which I know how media works and I know how they spin narratives, right? I get it. If you can't click on it immediately, they're not going to post it. They're not even going to write up a story about it. Like it's not going to exist. So I get that part. But the other side is, how is it possible for you to sell, and I'm talking about the Dems, but how is it possible for you to sell that? All right, I'm gonna stop. I gotta stop. But for real, how is it possible for you to get a whole class of white folk to feel like they are oppressed? And then to the point where they're taking up for black folk as if what they're saying about us is actually gonna move the needle. That stuff don't move the needle. I will always, and they would get mad too. Like the younger white folk, they get mad. I'd be like, yo, so how is that policy help black people? And how did Trump's policy not help black people? Well, I mean, Trump was just racist. Okay, let's say he was. Let's just say he was. All right. So his policies were racist too? I'd be like, gotcha. I got you. Because I'm just like, yo, I said, do y'all know what Kamala did before she got in the office? Do y'all know what Kamala was doing in California? If you don't, do some research. Just do your research, come back to me, let me know what you find. Do y'all know what Biden was doing? Do y'all know what Biden was doing? There's actually clips of Biden talking about black folk in the 80s and the 90s. Just go do some research, come back to me, let me know what you find. I mean, bro, that wasn't right, bro. What he said was not right. Oh, I smell the misinformation coming. I smell the misinformation. They might squash this pod. I'm gonna have to come with like a poverty-induced episode Friday. I gotta talk about the fun things that we do that produce poverty Friday so we can get the algorithm up. All right, super chats. I have had fun. Oh my God. Oh God. See y'all, I'm making jokes about this stuff. They are going hard in the super chats. Toby said she was sleeping her way to the top. You want to talk about breaking up black families? How can a whole branch of government introduce cocaine? I'm going to introduce this cocaine to your community, and then I'm going to lock you up for the same cocaine that I introduced. And then I'm going to repackage the cocaine and put it in the hospital for you to use. Yo, that is a play, ain't it? That is the best scam in history, man. Like I said, I smell it. I already know this pod is going to be the most unwatched. You two going to be like, oh, no. I thought you were going to talk about Kool-Aid and weed. Why are you talking about politics? Me. See, this is the thing, Angela. I'm reading your message on Super Chat. That's my point, Angela. It's the issue that I think we're having right now is the older black folk and some of the cool hip white folk, even the redneck white folk. I love redneck white folk because they tell the truth. I love it. They tell the truth and they let you know how they feel about certain things, and they put it out there for us to have a conversation. What happens is everybody has been hiding behind social media. Everybody's hiding behind text messages. Everybody's hiding, and they're not trying to have these conversations. So therefore, the hood black folk and the country redneck white folk feel like they don't have no common interests. In actuality, it's a lot in common. From the type of foods that we eat, the way we want to protect our communities, the way we protect it's a lot of common interests. But the way the media will phrase it, they'll say, well, no, this is over here, and these people are racist, right-wing people, then the black folk are hard left, and then what are we doing? What are we doing? It's stupid. It's stupid. That's what Poppy Bush called Poppy. Exactly. Exactly, Toby on. I like Toby, man. Let me follow Toby back right quick, man. I like you, bro. But these are the type of conversations that I like to have on my podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Have we talked about lucrative community? I don't know if we talked. If I have not talked with, I'm gonna go ahead and invite everybody out. If you are a small business owner, if you're a musician, if you're an actor, you're a songwriter. What else am I saying? What else is it? Dancers. Whatever you do, if you're in the creative space and you need some help with some coaching, you need some help with getting out there, you need some help with your marketing, you need some help with all of this stuff, holler at me. We got something called the Lucrative Community. The Lucrative Community is my small group of people that I coach every Sunday. We talk about finance. We talk about business. We talk about scaling. I'm going to also have workshops for my community where they're going to be, I'm going to have other coaches come in and coach them. Like in spaces, and that's what I've learned too. In spaces where I am not the most strongest in, I'm going to have other coaches come in and teach y'all on how to get there. And they're going to actually teach all of us, not just y'all. All of us will get the information at the same time. Right now, you can join the Lucrative Community for $20 a month. All it is $20 a month. And you got me on the hotline, and I'm helping you out, right? So if you are interested, you're watching this on YouTube, it is in the subject in the description of this pod. If you're watching this on TikTok, the link is in my bio. If you're watching this on Instagram, link is in my bio, all right? And till this weekend, y'all have some fun. Like I said, I already know this podcast is going to be. They just hit me with an age restriction on TikTok. Wait, what did he talk? He want people to come together? Stop it. Kill alive. All right, I'm going to see y'all this weekend, yo. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. All right, peace.